Chicago Cubs News Today.
What if I told you the Cubs never stopped being one of the best offenses in MLB? The Cubs have won their last 2 games against the Pirates and scored 17 of the 19 runs in the series during those 2 games alone. The difference? 6 extra base hits in 2 games, after recording only 9 in the previous 8 games. The team also scored first in both games, something that had not happened in weeks. And now they head into a matchup against the Cardinals, who are riding a 4-game losing streak and have only 3 wins in their last 10 games. Division rivalry, an opponent in freefall, and a chance to regain momentum. The opportunity is right there. But let me ask you something, Bleacher Bum, did you really believe this offense was dead? Because I watched fans bury this lineup over the last 2 weeks. I saw people calling for trades, demanding a rebuild, and asking for the front office to be fired. Did you honestly think Happ, Bregman, and Suzuki forgot how to hit? Look, I suffered too, I really did. My wife looked at me at 2 in the morning while I was staring at baseball savant like I was attending a funeral and said, "Jake, you need therapy." She was probably right. But here's what I kept seeing the entire time. The Cubs were still getting on base. They were still creating opportunities. The problem was a lack of power at the right moments, and there is a real reason for that. 37% of the pitches this team faced in May were breaking balls. 37%. The highest rate in the pitch tracking era in Cubs history. Suzuki saw nearly 48% breaking balls. Swanson was seeing them too. Man, that's not a slump. That's an entire league of pitchers attacking a specific weakness. And once you understand that, the whole dead offense narrative starts to fall apart. Now pay attention to this. Even with the OPS dropping to .633 in May, the team's worst offensive stretch in recent memory, the Cubs still rank 6th in MLB with 272 runs scored. Only the Pirates have scored more runs in the National League Central. That's not luck. That's lineup depth continuing to produce even while the team's biggest hitters are being targeted systematically. So what changes now? When pitchers start mixing in more fastballs again, and they will, because no pitcher can survive throwing 37% breaking balls forever. Suzuki, Swanson, and Bregman are going to make adjustments. And when they do, this offense is going to look completely different. There's another detail almost nobody is talking about. Pete Crow Armstrong posted a 9.4% walk rate during that same chaotic month of May. The youngest player in the lineup, probably seeing more nasty breaking pitches than almost anyone at his stage of development, and he's still learning how to work an at-bat. That's real growth. That's evidence that the future of this team is being built even while the results hurt. But here's the real problem nobody wants to admit. I wanted to believe this sooner. I really did. But it became difficult when the losing streak reached 10 games and the bullpen kept showing up at the worst possible moments. And honestly, the fans' frustration was justified. Not because the offense was actually bad, but because this team couldn't finish close games. Now that the power seems to be returning, the question becomes, when the Cardinals arrive at Wrigley, will this momentum continue? Or are we about to watch another collapse that ages us 10 years in 9 innings? I hope I'm wrong about the pessimism. This time, I want to be wrong. Were the Cubs really dead? Or were they simply going through a statistically ugly stretch that fans turned into a full-blown crisis? Let me know in the comments. And Cubs fans, subscribe so you don't miss any breaking news, updates, and analysis from around the team.